An error has occurred. Please try again.
I'll try you again.
I have to watch another ad. 2 ads.
Okay, it looks like we're live.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Looks like I can see we're live on my end.
Okay, so we missed like basically nothing.
I'm glad I caught it when I did. Anyways.
Yeah. No, we've just decided canonically. I don't give a shit whatever I called him last time. This stevedore pirate man is named David Johnson. It is great. Gunner came up with it. I'm very happy. Thank you, Gunner. Yeah. So you guys are all geared up. You open up this case, and this thick layer of yellowish argon gas comes out. Don't at me if argon's gas isn't yellow.
They added something to it. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly. It comes through. You see a little bit of water from the ground drain out. You see one surveillance camera, and all of you with internal agents can see the feed from the surveillance camera as the door opens and you guys are shown, right? So, how do you approach this?
Oh shit, who's the hacker boy? Hank?
Hank's like, we are so close. Yeah?
Fuck. Alright. Maybe I'm good at trying to find traps. Is that even a thing in this game? Can you be good at finding traps in this game?
It'd be security.
Which security?
Electronic security tech.
Is anybody better than a 5 at that?
No.
I have no tech anything.
I'm actually at a 9 for electronic security.
Go, my child.
12.
Ah! No! Go! Run, my child!
Best.
It's
Be
based
free.
off the tech. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Although I did get a +1, I think.
You search around the room, and it's a good thing you did. You notice, that floor is pressure sensitive. Wait, what is that? Is that a lead line going to... Is that a flamethrower? Why do they have a flamethrower pointed at a computer?
Who puts a bag of holding full of rusty nails and salt?
Yeah. So, you disable that.
Okay. We're not going to burn the computer. I took the trap away, so it won't burn the computer with the flamethrower. I don't know. They had it pointed at the computer for some reason.
All right. I suppose you're kind of stepping in, just
stepping back.
Right?
You gently step in, and you see the computer is sitting there. It's got all the cables and cords it needs.
Anybody got a bag? Oh, shit, I have my duffel bag still.
Yeah.
Yep, I will take the duffel bag and put everything in the duffel bag and zip the duffel bag and pray to God that, or whatever exists, that, we get out of here. So she slings that over her shoulders, steps out, and goes, shit, we didn't check the computer for bugs. Hold on. Opens the bag again. Here, can you tell me if this is bugged?
Anyone looking at this is such like old technology at this point. Like, you'd have to boot it up at this point to even know if it's bugged, you know? Oh, wait, like looking for a tracking chip? Yeah, that'd be another electronic security tech roll.
That's why I'm holding it out to Spate.
Yeah, you sweep it. Looks clean.
It's good. There's no tracker thing on it.
For everyone's sake, I do have a tech scanner available to use.
Go ahead and make that.
I do have a fucking debug. Sorry.
It's a +2 to basic tech, cyber tech, land vehicle tech, sea vehicle, air vehicle, all the techs, potentially.
I literally
it
have
electronic/security tech?
Yeah, it's a +2 to that too. Basic tech and cyber tech.
I literally have a bug detector.
Oh wait, electronic security. That I don't know.
I literally
goes
have a
off script.
bug detector.
Or that
Okay.
could work too.
You detect that there is a bug.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll just assume that gives him the +2.
Okay.
A 20 is a good enough DC to find it. Nestled inside the computer's one of the computer's ports. And like you guys don't know what the fuck you're looking at. Like for the last 40 years, no one's used goddamn P2P ports. You know what I mean?
Guys, there's a keystroke logger. What's that?
No, it's like it should be a 3-pronged thing, but then you fiddle with one of the prongs and you pull it out. It turns out it's actually a 2-pronged thing, and one of the prongs has a tracking chip in it.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it'd be a PS2 port that I'm thinking of. But
Tech
yeah.
scanner is a +2 to all everything, even electronic security and weapons tech. So yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, what do you do with that bug?
Smash it.
Okay,
Put it,
smash the bug.
put it back on the
I say-
table.
I say put it on the ferry.
Ooh, you want to take the time to put it on the ferry?
I would have just thrown it in the water.
Who rolled what?
Richter, can you hit that? He points at the the ferry.
He's like, a little far for my throwing arm, but if you want me to walk down the block and put it on there, sure.
Do it.
Sure.
And he fucking starts walking off, puffing on his little fucking vape.
Just don't get caught.
When would I?
Right
Stuffs it in
now.
his fucking jacket.
Anyways.
So
Yeah.
so Hank, did you get a better offer?
Well, that's the thing. Can I look at the computer first?
Why?
Because we have it, and I didn't think that we would have it. So
What do you mean you didn't think we would have it?
What do you need from it that we will have to disavow knowing?
I know what listen. This is the guy who invented electronics. Like, this is the guy. Like,
Can you copy what's on it?
You're idolizing him.
I mean, true. But if there were a god who was a man, this would be one of the people to do it, and this is the closest I'll ever get to meeting him. And he's like, just bring it back to the warehouse. I'll be able to evaluate more things for data and for money, if I know what's on it. Because if there's something juicy on it, you know.
Hank.
If there's something juicy, if there's not, can you copy it so that if we hand it off to the bigger offer and say we won't tell anyone what's on it, they won't, shoot us for copying it.
Absolutely, we can definitely do that.
Can you?
Yes.
Without getting traced?
Yeah. It's a Commodore 64.
I'm talking about the people who
I
are
don't know
most
anything
definitely
about
watching
naval
us and
ranks.
listening to our conversation. You've gotten very lax about talking about this over an open link. Do you not remember how this conversation started with this job?
That is the point. Working on 4 hours of sleep over 4 days, right?
Yeah, don't really make us feel any better about this.
Okay, well,
All I'm saying is, we saw what happened to the last people that triple dip. Are we sure we want to double dip?
that is, that's up to you guys, honestly. I'm just really happy that we have this computer because this is a piece of history and also very cool and just gimme. I really want to see it. Please come back to the warehouse.
Spate, what did they tell you?
Exactly. Details.
Por favor.
Well, technically, they were going to pay us the money if we kept silent about what's on there.
And gave them the thing. And Xiao would be
Oh,
like,
and they want it.
yeah, Xiao was like, they want the computer, and they said that there are people in high places who want this to not be a thing. Top of that, they seemed to have no qualms with offering us a few thinly veiled threats. Or maybe it was advice. You know how it goes with those corporate types.
Shit.
Hank,
Yeah,
if I give you this computer, you're going to copy it.
yeah.
Are you going to keep quiet?
You think I would slip up about something like this? This is the coolest shit in the world that I only have.
4 hours of sleep.
Which
What happens
is
the next
exactly
time
why
go on
you
a
might
bender?
talk.
And Hank's like, okay, first and fucking foremost, I'm gonna be honest with you. This isn't a bender. This is what fucking survival looks like. Have you had someone burn your house down recently?
Not recently.
Because I did. And like, you can tell Hank is getting a little bit upset.
Listen. And like Dove gets in between, is like, ladies.
Well, you guys aren't even
You're
at the
on
warehouse.
comms.
He's just over the phone.
Oh. Listen, ladies. Can we not do this here right now? We'll bring this thing there. We can talk about it there. Because right now, all we're doing is yelling at each other over phones that may or may not actually be compromised for all we know.
No, we're not
Let's
looking
go.
at this at the warehouse.
Let's go someplace else because Hank's been contacting the people who sent killers after us from that warehouse. So
People have
going
attacked the
somewhere
warehouse
else is
already,
better.
Frank. Let's meet on mutual terms.
Let's go to my house.
I'm down with that.
Let's go to his house.
Hold on. So we are taking an incredibly valuable computer that is incredibly bulky and easily identifiable over a public ferry, which I just showed I could hack all
raised
the
my
way
hand.
across town.
Yeah, you have a
Yes.
rental.
I have a boat. We can take it on there.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm riding with it.
You're gonna have to
Sure.
trust us.
That's what you say. You better get over here quick then.
We've trusted you. Trusted us this far. Trust us a little further.
Hank's like, okay, that's fine.
You'll get to see it. You'll get to touch it. You'll probably get to plug it in and play around on it.
Yeah. And Hank's like, okay, fine.
I
But I'm
look
taking
around
my
like,
crash cart.
There's only
That's gotta fit
4
on the boat.
seats. So unless people are going to stack on top of each other, we're taking the computer and 2 others.
I'm taking my crash cart.
I meant
leave that here.
I meant for whoever's riding on the boat with me.
The crash cart is probably going to take an entire seat.
Yep.
Okay, so 1 other. No, wait, that's just
And-
him, the boat, and the computer and the crash cart, right? The computer's probably
The
going to
computer won't take up an entire seat.
Okay,
No.
so 1 other person.
Just the double bag, so it'll sit on Lucky's lap.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, send Lucky on the boat.
Yeah.
The rest of us
Send
will
the one
take
with
the
grenade
ferry.
launcher in case things get crazy.
Harry.
Yeah. So yeah.
Something
Okay.
I learned.
Uh-huh.
I have a vehicle or an upgrade for a vehicle within the family available equal to my motto, which is 5. So I can have 5 vehicles, or I can have 1 super decked out vehicle, or 2 vehicles that are semi decked out, or 3. I never knew this. I thought I just had 1 this whole
Jeez.
time.
That's awesome.
So I'll have
Alright.
to figure that stuff out later. But anyways.
Hell yeah. Okay. So you guys get on the boat. The rest of you, I'm assuming, like take ferries or whatever back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I try to
just-
get there
just-
as soon as possible so that I can actually
Yeah.
let them in.
Just
Right.
off the ferry that we just put the chip on.
Yeah. No, for
Take-
sure,
Wait
for
for
sure.
the other ferry.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys get there uneventfully. Lucky, however, you see Hank, and Hank seems really anxious, like just because, he's like at the end of it at this point. Yeah. Do you want to make a human perception?
Yeah.
I can also make one, but I'm not at my computer.
Por favor.
If
Do
Mike
you want
could
me to
just,
make it for you?
yeah, Mike could just click that
Okay.
human perception button. Yeah, just pop that beanie back on there
Absolutely.
for me.
Oh shit! I should have called my luck.
Let's see here. Lucky, you're getting like suspicious vibes off him because he's just like super, just like, I just want to see it. I want to see that it's real. I want to see it, sort of thing. As for Scene, Hank is tired. Hank is coming down off amphetamines. Hank's house burned down lately. He's been actively hunted by people who he thought he buried the trail from a while ago and was security compromised by someone he trusted. Hank's in a bad spot. He just needs something to hold on to right now.
Yeah, I'll look over at him as I'm driving this little fucking dinghy. And I'm just like, Hank, when this is all over, why don't you go stay with my family for a little bit? Off the grid.
You're sending him to the forest?
Right. Yeah. Do I have to live off the grid?
Well, people are hunting you. So your option is have the risk of living somewhere else and them potentially track you down and hurt you. Or disappear for a little bit. You can still take jobs, just it's a good place to lay low, unless you're doing a job.
It's apprehensive. He goes, I'll consider it, sort of thing.
If you do it, I'll let you hold the 64.
He looks at you and goes,
You know, another option is we could plug the computer up out there with my family. No internet connection, just you, the computer, no tracking.
that the info dev is going, or you think the infonet is going to work on this thing? Hell no, this doesn't even have the right adapters. I'd have to go to a fucking secondhand junk market to find adapters that
No,
would fit this thing.
I don't know how any of it works. I just figured it
Oh
would
no,
hook
we're
up.
not getting. He's like, we're not getting on the internet on this thing. Absolutely, no, that's impossible.
I was trying to think of how I could like not know something. I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah,
It would make sense that, you know, I wouldn't
Hank, can
realize
you
there's
please
tech
not-
that doesn't automatically connect.
No, go ahead.
Huh?
And say, Hank,
that
can
was
you
it.
please not be twitchy and suspicious for 5 seconds? You know, if you were another one of those, if you were someone on a Scarlatti job, he would have shot you by now.
I'm glad I'm not on a Scarlatti job. And
You know what I mean.
sure that I do follow, but you know what? I'm being cordial. I'm being friendly. I'm not saying things that I really want to say because I have not had my coffee today.
Yeah, but you had plenty of drugs.
Says
Right.
the man not on the boat.
Who said that they ever took us off the phone?
Oh, at this point, if security was the big concern, he would have cut the thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were just sitting there, like, listening to the in on the chat, like.
No, right. I get you. I get you.
Hank,
But we will get. Sorry, what were you saying?
Hank, you're making it very hard to trust you. I know you're doing your best. But you're making it very hard to trust you.
Hank's like, fine, and just stops talking.
Now you're overreacting. Great.
And yeah, he does not talk for the rest of the trip. And finally, you guys get to Spade's apartment. And maybe we'll cut to Spade's apartment right there.
Yes, please.
Right? Huh?
I said yes, please.
So you guys are sitting there. The computer's still in a duffel bag. All of you are sitting around the room. And kind of like Hank's just sitting there, you know, waiting.
Does everybody need a hot beverage?
Yeah.
You got
I
any
fucking-
sunburn lotion? My eyes feel like pain.
Yes. Here.
Yeah.
just aloe and like takes his glasses off and just gets some and then just
Yeah.
smears it all over his face. Like, now this is spa day.
Get your shoulder too. I'm gonna go make some tea.
Yeah.
I think.
And
Go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
No, that's fine.
No, I was gonna say Richter was just gonna say, only hot beverage I need right now is sake or some other. Is there other? Oh, hot toddy. You have hot toddy. You're making tea. Do you know if I? I'll find brandy or whiskey. And he starts looking around your apartment.
I think the only
Hey,
alcohol I might actually have is like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
like medical.
Hey, Spade,
rubbing
you
out.
got any coffee?
Privately,
Yeah.
I
Hot,
message
yeah.
Scene and say, please get the sleep arrow ready. Sleep dart ready.
And then we smash the computer.
God.
No, I just. I need him to hold together for a little bit longer, please. He's already starting to lose it with me, and I just need him a little bit longer.
Yeah, while
And
he's working on the
then
computer,
we-
I'm just gonna hand over an
So-
arrow, like a sleep arrow to you.
He hasn't
like-
started working on the computer because you guys haven't given him permission to work on the computer.
Oh.
The second I walk in and the second he sits down, the duffel bag goes in front of him. Here, I'm tired of your bullshit. Just do what you're gonna do.
You.
I
And
didn't catch half
immediately
of that.
he like looks at you, kind of sighs, and goes, "Thank you." He gets his crash cart and immediately takes one of the computers, sets it down gently, hooks up the Commodore 64, starts tip typing away, goes, "Huh, holy shit. You know, if you had told me that I was going to be in Billy Maltrese's computer,
Shut up and find what you want to find.
I'm working on it, thank you very much." And like fucking
You ever felt like
Continues.
your bones were burning?
continues working. And he's like, holy shit, he's got like so many. I didn't know you could fit this kind of encryption on this kind of computer. Huh. Sort of thing. He's working on it.
An hour
He's
later,
running it.
found the porn folder.
Yeah. He's working on it, and goes, there we go. These things are so easy to bypass. All you got to do is jump the right electrons over the right pegs. You know?
Did you find the homework folder yet?
Oh no, these things weren't big enough to have porn images on it. Though there are a lot of text. Holy shit, this thing has 2 gigabytes of memory? On a Commodore 64?
I'm
What the?
Is that
And that's-
unusual? Shouldn't it be bytes?
Yeah, no. And I'm not talking about storage. I'm talking about memory. This thing has 2 gigs of RAM. Which, for those of you here,
Right.
2 gigs of RAM is
For a
not
64.
a lot at all.
for
because-
64
But for-
light years. Light years.
Oh, absolutely.
They
Yeah,
were
no.
operating
Like for
on kilobits of RAM. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, you guys have like terabyte RAM shit at this point. You know what I mean? So like 2 gigabytes of RAM might not have perspective for you guys.
Yeah, actually, I'm like, yeah, it's an old computer. It's not gonna have a lot.
Yeah, he's like, no. That is so much. How much? 5 terabytes of storage. What the? Holy
So there
shit!
is a homework folder.
He's like, I think I might have found something different than. Okay, there's blueprints for the agent.
64
that makes sense.
kilobytes of RAM is what it used to have.
So
Yeah.
it's called the 64.
Yep. He's like, okay, that's the agent. There's some international Oh. Oh, holy shit.
I don't want to know. Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
No,
Why
you-
are you saying this out loud so that we all know everything that you're looking at?
No,
and you're
you-
the only
you-
one that know it.
Oh, hold
Why
hold
don't
on.
you just copy it so we can get this?
All right,
to the
fine.
people who
I've
wanna
had
pay
enough
for
of not
this?
listening to him. Let's just listen to him.
Thank you, because I think I found something we maybe shouldn't have found.
And that's
Ah,
why
fuck.
they wanted us to pay us not to divulge anything that was on it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're already
Well-
past that point.
All right,
Oh,
ladies
he
and
hasn't told us
gentlemen,
yet.
if you would give us a second, please. Anybody
did
who
we-
doesn't want to hear this information, please leave now. Everybody else, listen up.
Well, now hold on. Didn't they say they'd pay all of us not to release this information? So technically, all of us can know.
I'm listening.
He'll look at Devin will
You're
look at
cutting
the,
out,
the
Mike. We can't hear anything you're
Oh,
saying.
Here we go. Can you hear me better now?
Yep.
yeah. Devin will look at Amoke and Shia and shake his head and nod towards the door. So somebody has plausible deniability.
They definitely walk out the door. Like Amoke was already hanging by the door, but like, I was like, am I about to learn some shit I'm not supposed to on the first day of the job? Like fucking, yeah. They exit. It's like, okay, now that's the big kids. Billy Maltreese did not die of natural causes.
Why is that on this?
Is his will on there?
No, and Billy Maltreese wasn't assassinated either.
This is sounding very bad. Is he in there?
Billy Maltreese paid to have himself killed.
Why?
Well, that makes no sense.
I don't
Don't.
fucking know.
That still counts as an assassination.
Is he in the box?
No.
No.
2 gigs
Oh,
of
no,
RAM
no.
isn't enough to run an AI.
No, but there is certainly some things on here. Like, holy shit. Are you kidding me? There's files on here about the Pan-African. Oh.
Hey,
And he's like, huh?
back, focus for a second.
That perks Devlin up.
If you were to download this, can you air gap it?
I can do you one better. I can download it directly to a file, or I can download directly to, and he fishes like a hard drive out directly to this. No one will ever know it was downloaded to this.
Hank, I'm hard on you because I love you. Do it.
Yeah, and he like plugs it in and like
We've
starts to
just
download.
Hit the mother load. And these motherfuckers wanted to pay us 100,000 eddies to be quiet about this?
Well, now they're going to.
No, they're going to be paying
Oh.
us more than that.
Oh, I don't think that's.
Don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
How about if we
don't-
search our names?
Yeah, they're gonna pay us in lead if we don't watch our P's and Q's.
They might pay us in lead if they know that we know anything on this thing.
Exactly. So we're gonna make like Hank and act dumb.
Shit. Oh, I can do that.
Hank,
A lot of
one
people
last
are into the
request.
dumb pretty boys.
One last request, Hank.
Uh-huh.
After you've done that, can you do your damnedest to make sure it looks like no one has accessed it?
Yeah. No. All I have to do is shut this thing off and turn it back on. It'll be like nothing happened. It's amazing. You know what they did? They didn't have integrated power supplies on these things. Literally, all it is some Mylar, and then when you turn it on, it's a rock that thinks. It's incredible. These things are fucking weird.
Okay.
And you also said it had an unbelievable amount of RAM and
Storage.
storage, so whatever you know might go right out the window.
Uh-huh.
It may remember.
Think about the Pan-African nation? The Pan-African coalition? This one you guys might not want to know. Does anybody want to know something that they definitely shouldn't know?
Well, I'm already here, aren't I?
Right. Always.
Go for it.
The nuke fire? That looks like that might not have been independent actors.
False flag?
Oh, shit.
Mike, we've completely dropped.
Grin, and he's like,
Hold on.
Ah, damn it. Hold on. Can you hear me?
All right, there we go.
No,
Yeah.
he meant
He gets this big fucking grin, and he goes like, "Who the fuck has tinfoil hats now, Mom and Dad?"
So, are we
don't
talking?
unpack your issues now.
We'll have all time to get really well acquainted when we've used the money to set ourselves up a base. How's that sound?
Goes like, he's like, yeah, absolutely. So, oh, that's weird. And he's like, it looks like someone named, he's like, it looks like someone with the name of, what is that? Sorry, excuse me. Looks like someone with the name of Alan Rejik was a handler. This is a lot of data. I need to parse this.
Alan Rejik? Is there anything any one of us can do to...
Yeah, go ahead and make me... I mean, if anyone wants to... Just any check you think would be valid.
Okay.
Local expert your home?
Sure.
The
Education.
society check because we live in?
Shit, right?
Education?
And I just Google it. I mean, I have
sure.
an agent.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I just
Wait,
pull out my agent.
education's
I'm
a
just like,
role?
Okay.
I guess that'd be library search. Would that be library search, or was that just something I can just search?
That's something you can just search.
Man, Spate.
Man, I wish I'd put my last 4 luck points into that.
Because it's not a character I feel like I would know off the top of my head. It's just
No.
something I would just look up.
No. Okay. Lucky. Devlin. Dove. Scene. Nothing. Literally nothing. Right? Spade. You've heard this name before from one person. You seem to remember your dad mentioning an Alan Rejik.
I see.
Yeah. I think my dad knew him.
Personally, or...
You don't know that much.
I'm not 100% sure. He mentioned it at one point, and I think this was before stupid ass stole his research, but it's a whole nother avenue that I'm working on. But it was before that.
Yeah. And
Well,
my brain, sorry. Hacker Hank is like, well, fuck. This has been an eventful day.
get it on ice, get some sleep, and we'll make the handoff as soon as you're done downloading. Kind of. Wait, Scene, what did you do with that sleep dart?
I handed it to you.
Oh, I just kind of put it on the table. Please go to sleep.
He's like, oh, you don't have to tell me. And then just like slumps and immediately like fucking like
was it
conks
done?
out.
Was all of the stuff done?
Oh, no, it's just downloading in the background now.
Okay.
Yeah. He like you can see him fiddle with his watch for a second as he like sets a timer, and then he he probably did it in his head because he's got fucking cyberware out the wazoo in his head.
Yeah.
Fucking just like, hey, Scene, do you have a couch?
Spate.
Or not Scene, Spate, do you have a couch?
Right there.
Okay, cool. And like walks over, and Richter's sitting on the couch, and he's like, hey, can you get up? And Richter's like, what will you pay me? And fucking like Hacker Hank literally slaps him.
What?
And Richter like looks and is like, okay, shit, have the couch. And he just like collapses onto the couch and is just asleep.
All right, I need to remember just how close he came to the edge. And to not
Yeah,
get him
and
that
Richter's
close
like,
next time.
yeah, Richter's like, I would have shot him, but Never been slapped by a man before.
You want me to do it? Usually I charge.
Looks at you and goes, maybe next time, Night Bunny. And kind of fucking gives you like this greasy fucking grin.
Gives
Fucking
him the
takes the
thumbs
pull.
up. Top of the thumb pops up. It's a lighter.
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
First, I go get a blanket out of the closet and cover
Yeah.
him up.
Yeah. And he is sleeping and shivering at the same time. The body does weird things when you have been when you've been up for 4 days on amphetamines. So
All right. She says, Lucky says, turning to everyone else. Spate, I'm going to need you to make the trade because they know you.
We're gonna need you to contact him from someplace other than here.
Everybody else, if you don't want to be a part of the trade, make yourself scarce. You'll get your money as soon as we have it.
you hear Xia knock on the door.
Okay, you
Is it
can
a-
come in now.
Is it actually Shia?
You look out, and it's Xia, and she has her gun drawn.
What's going on?
Yeah, those guys we saw earlier, they're back.
Is the transfer is file downloading done?
Yes, we'll say it is.
Pull, turn it off, turn it back on again, turn it off, put it in the duffel bag.
Yeah, and as you're doing that, Devlin, you peek your head out. There is a full-ass White Wolf werewolf team there. Shield wall, guns pointing over it.
Devlin goes out, closes the door behind him so they can continue getting ready.
Yeah.
Hello, gentlemen. I see you're here to make good on the bargain you made, my friend.
And kind of the guy in the suit looks you up and down and goes, "Ah, excellent, Mr. Demola. Pleasure to see you. You happen to be exactly the kind of person I was hoping to deal with." Kind of reaches out his hand, the guy with the briefcase.
Devlin will shake his hand.
Yeah.
Good to meet you, Mr.
How about we keep it at Mr. E? And he shoots you just like a super sly grin, like he thinks he's the most clever fucker in the world. But the weird thing is, with this charisma play, it actually comes off kind of cool, right? Like, he just like is so obviously hamming it, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Says, congratulations on keeping your skin. You certainly sunk that hunk of detritus with a hunk of flotsam.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah. And all the detritus on that hunk of detritus.
I'm sad to say that most of that garbage won't be taken out today.
Unfortunate.
Alright.
You'd think they'd sink to the bottom where they belong.
Who's to say that a river deserves anything so foul at the bottom? Kinda says, but enough of trading words like swords. You know why we're here. Have you considered our offer?
Now, we have considered the offer, but there's another, well, let's say another interested buyer. So we're trying to, shop around, get the best deal for what we have, even though we're not sure exactly what we have yet.
Pulls out a small agent with a screen, and he holds it up to you. And it's a shot of Nemo. And it's kind of still for a second.
Who?
Of Nemo, the
The
building.
place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he holds it up for a second. And then you see a giant fucking explosion come out of the side of Nemo and says, I believe that there are several interested parties who have just dropped off of the interest. They might have to consider a few new investments.
Holy shit!
And he like slowly puts the phone in his pocket, takes the glasses and slowly pulls them off. You see these steel gray eyes. And he says, son, I'm offering the nice way because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, he's got my silence.
This is the first time they've had to
Look
commit a war crime without doing any. We've committed a war crime without doing anything.
Just from the back.
Jesus.
He's got my silence.
I see you like to undercut the competition. That's fine. So we're not going to get a better offer from you. And now we don't have another offer to counterbalance that.
Hold on.
Kind of folds his sunglasses and sets them in his breast pocket. He says, I'm offering right now is not simply information on and Lucky, you just got a fucking news update. Everyone did. Nemo just got bombed.
Question.
Yeah.
How big is this thumb drive?
It's like the size of like a flask.
Oh, so pretty big. Never mind.
So yeah, he says,
Shit.
here's what I'm offering you. The deal with the briefcase is sweetened simply because I really don't feel like killing some edge runners today. I just did that about 100 times over. So, in the briefcase, not only is your 100,000, but also, and by the way, he says the 100,000 without any hesitation, and it's at this point you realize this is a huge mega building, almost always a bustling metropolis. There is no one but the werewolves, him, and his op bodyguard, who you don't even need a check for. You immediately mark as a fucking regulator. You're like, no, that's a regulator. Like, the posture, the suit, just the overall demeanor. Guy's a regulator, right?
Yep.
Because I'm offering you the 100,000 euro dollars on the chip. And, on top of that, there's some inside track information on some interested parties who are hunting you and specifically your borged out, I ain't new human friend.
Well, that sounds like a very sweetened pot. So, how do you want to do this trade? It's not like I'm going to take this from you and then go get it. They'll be bringing it out in a second, as long as they have my okay.
No, understood. You can go talk to your people. Me and my friends will wait out here. And he takes the sunglasses from his breast pocket and puts them back on.
I thought that was in front of all of us. Okay, never mind.
No, that was in the hallway.
Oh.
Thank you. I will be right back, but just for the record, there's only one person around that's allowed to call me son. But that's just a matter of speech. Yes, I understand.
Yeah, he nods and says, I'll keep track of it, Mr. Demola. Apologies for offense.
Thank you. No offense taken.
I like this guy.
And so he goes in.
I don't trust him.
I don't trust
I
him.
wouldn't.
I
I thought I was putting every fucking ounce.
God
Do
damn
you
it, I
have
dropped
any
it.
options other than this?
That's the point.
Nope. But we're all gonna get fucked anyway.
Yep.
So,
Might as
alright.
well choose how we get fucked.
Size of a flask, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hey,
it's about
Duke?
the size of your normal external hard drive.
Duke, do not tell me looks like you're fucked. Anyway.
I don't fuck around.
So
I go
Steve
home and
goes
sleep
in.
with my wife.
So Devlin goes in. Okay.
I'm trying to think here. Hold on, I'm trying to think here.
Here, let Devlin finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
it seems that we only have one offer now, and that offer also includes not getting blown up like Nemo.
All right.
Wait, what?
Yep, it's all over the news. She is disassembling one of the magazines for her sniper rifle, and she's hiding the hard drive in the magazine.
That's so cool. Yes.
And
It's
then,
clever.
And then loading the magazine back into the rifle with one round in the chamber.
Okay. You know what? Normally you would have to make a roll for that, but Rule of Cool states that is the best fucking idea that you've had
Right.
like today, and it's sick as fuck.
I'm like, all right, where can we hide this? We need to hide this. We need to hide this.
Yeah.
God. All right. So. Yep. She motions to the duffel bag. Well, actually, she'd probably pick up the duffel bag and go. Do I need to go out there? No, I need to go out there.
You and I.
You
That'll
and
make
I.
things easier.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you both exit.
Yep.
Yeah. For you, Lucky, this is the most. So, first of all, you probably have only interacted with the werewolves from a distance because of just the nature of your background.
Yep.
This is the most heavily armored police officers you have ever seen in a fucking, like, area. Not gonna lie, a little intimidating, especially knowing you have the fucking hard drive in your fucking rifle on your back.
Yep, absolutely. Nope.
Yeah.
So fucking clever.
I just.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it cool. I only have a plus 16 in acting, so.
Yeah. Oh, Lucky.
Mwah.
RN Jesus is on your side.
The gods have spoken.
Yeah, Lucky, you walk out cool as a fucking cucumber. You see this, you are not phased. Inside, you may be panicking, but on the outside, no one could tell.
God. Stepping out, probably right next to Devlin. Yep.
Yeah, probably looks at you and goes, Ms. Andretti, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I saw that. He didn't know. He cheated.
Yeah, I didn't know, so I looked at your character sheet. That's what they're for on Roll20. I know you as Lucky, not as Marcine Andretti. I know you as Marcine, Marcy, or Lucky.
This is true. And
that's 3 names of a fictional person that I know, okay? That's names that are not real people in my head.
God.
I have forgotten real people's names for your name. Anyway.
This is true. But no,
yeah.
She's just kind of she's let's see. No, she'd probably be closer to straight, probably looking closer to straight-laced now because it was a job.
Right.
A job that didn't require her to be undercover. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
But you seem to have me at a disadvantage, Mr.
E.
Yeah, just refer to him as Mr. E.
E. Like those Bond films?
Says, movie buff?
I try.
Smiles at you, kind of slyly. Says, so, pleasantries aside, the offer. And he looks at the duffel bag and says, I'm assuming you're taking it.
Of course.
Yes,
I would be a
indeed.
fool to do otherwise, she says, setting the bag on the ground in between the two of them.
Yeah. A dude, like a net runner, immediately emerges from behind the wall, grabs the bag, and opens it up, looks through everything, runs a thing over it to scan it, and kind of looks up at him. He looks back down. Netrunner gives him a thumbs up, zips the bag closed, goes, excellent. And they drag the bag back. He sets the briefcase down in the middle. And he says, on that temporary charge card, you're also going to find an RFID chip, or not an RFID, probably. Can RFID chips carry data? No, they can't.
You're thinking NFC?
Yeah, NFC. Thank you. Like, you'll find an NFC chip. It'll have a few pieces of intelligence that you might find interesting.
Interesting.
Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure doing business with you. He'll gesture for Shia to get the briefcase.
She walks over calmly, grabs the briefcase, and then walks back without turning her back.
Until we meet again, I suppose.
Kind of looks over his glasses and goes, Ms. Andretti, if you are fortunate, you'll never meet me again. And if I'm good at what I do, same results. Kind of flicks his sunglasses back up, smiles at you, nods, and he disappears behind the wall of werewolves. And for however long you stand in the hallway, those werewolves are just going to stand there behind their riot shields and stare you down.
That's what I hoped. That's I suppose that's the best thing he could have said. And yeah, turn my back to the werewolves to walk inside.
Yeah.
Same.
Dodge safe. No.
Mm-hmm.
We got another drop.
And after about 2 minutes, you hear the sound of these guys disembarking, or these guys getting down the stairwell. You know, you look out the window and you notice, oh, that's a lot of unmarked cars and troop carriers. They really didn't announce their presence, did they?
No, why would they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
As soon as the door shuts behind, she goes, "All right, somebody needs to get me something." Turning and probably looking at Spate and goes, "Do you have anything fun?"
Oh, wait, there's that one cabin I haven't been in. There might be stuff in there. Check that one.
I love how he doesn't even fucking know.
Yeah.
Looking for anything to not feel down.
Yeah.
Any sort of upper. Any will do.
I got this. I got that.
Walking out of this deal with my life, that's an upper enough for me right now.
Yeah. Pull up the info while I'm still sober.
Yeah. So you pull up.
Deltric's in there with us, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Devlin winces when she says pull up the info because nobody else knew about info until then.
Deltric knew.
No, he wasn't out there when they mentioned.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Because it's about him.
Yeah, and he's like, probably, Deltric's like, info? Lucky us.
Yeah, it's his
might
version
not-
of sweetening the pot.
You might not like it so much when you see what it has to say.
And he's like, what is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, he fucking pops the RF or the NFC, right? He's like, yeah, puts that on the agent, and what you find is nine. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You find 10 files. There is Hasher, Red Eye, Scud, Vic, Slacks, Scald, Verve, Deltric, Lucan, and the last one is Overdrive.
Wow. What do we have here?
And immediately Deltrick looks at this and is like, the fuck is this?
I don't know. Which one you want to start with? I don't recognize most of these names.
It's like, well... And he gets like real quiet and real anxious looking.
Is there gonna be a problem, Deltrick?
I trust him.
And yeah, he's super fucking like... He like just is like... He's like, no problem.
He
He
had
kinda
every
like is-
opportunity to fuck us over, and he hasn't.
Yeah, and he's like kind of looking at the ground. He's like, I need to go to the bathroom.
Well, now there's a problem.
Sure. And then
We-
kind of...
We'll keep the chip with us, yes?
And he's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, as he leaves, I'd probably... Could I nod to Spate to go just kind of check on him, make sure he's not doing anything stupid in the bathroom?
Yeah.
I mean, if he's throwing
Well,
up,
he
that's
can't-
one thing. But if he's trying to get out an imaginary window, that's another.
He cannot get out a window. There is no window in there.
I was gonna say,
great.
there's no window.
Well, I'd rather
Doesn't
him
mean that he
not-
doesn't think there's a window there.
Oh, he knows there's not a window. He's been in
Oh.
Spate's house before.
By the way, I'm not assuming he's going to do anything like run away. I'm kind of afraid he's going to do something to himself.
But
Yeah. Yeah. All those, just rip out some wires and hit some blood vessels on the way, that sort
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah, I would just kind of nod for Spate to kind of just keep an eye on him.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Which file do you open first?
Should we start with Deltrick?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. You open up Deltrick's file, and it basically goes over his life. He was a kid who was raised in the tracks. He never was gang affiliated, though he did get incredibly bored. He worked at a chop shop, but not as New Human. He worked at a chop shop, kind of forced in and recruited by New Human. He has a brother who goes by the name of Overdrive, and he has loose affiliation with Lucan, with quotes Uncle Lucan, and says like, though everyone calls him Uncle Lucan, Deltrick is actually Lucan's blood nephew. And it's just like some general information about him, like accolades and that sort of thing. I mean, they have a lot of data on him, and he seems like a pretty stand-up guy, actually. Like Deltrick helps a lot of people in his neighborhood for free, just because. And like, he's been an edge runner for a while, but he doesn't have any really bad black marks on his fucking shit.
What about? Well, do we want to go to the brother or the uncle next?
The brother.
Okay. So, talks about Overdrive, right? Goes over Overdrive. Very different path from Deltrick. Immediately got into the New Human gang life. Toured around as a roadie for Overclock Ken himself. That's how he got his own name, Overdrive, because he would actually drive some of the buses, and he thought it was a fun little joke. After like doing some of the driving for Overclock Ken, he was super like he was already in the New Human Kool-Aid, but like he was super into it. Immediately comes back, starts working independently until Uncle Lucan comes back to New Amsterdam, and then immediately starts working for Uncle Lucan. Basically, this dude is one of the best gang leaders, like one of the most powerful gang leaders in fucking like in New Human territories. He owns the tracks and is trying to bust through to Central Station. The only people who were keeping him from busting through to Central Station were, can you guess it?
Red Eyes Gang?
His own brother.
Red Eye Gang.
Oh, Red Eye.
Now there's a mention
Fucking
that,
fart on the pillow gang.
Yep. Now that Red Eye Gang is done.
That's the Pink Eye Gang.
Yeah, right. Now that the Red Eye Gang is done, and assimilated, in fact, they use the phrase assimilated, Central Station territory is quickly falling under New Human control, under one united gang.
That's not good. Okay, so we want to try the uncle next?
Definitely.
Okay. You pull open Uncle Lucan's file, and it's a big file. Basically, what it pulls open is it pulls open. So Uncle Lucan started way back when as an entrepreneur. He owned his own mini corp, which he sold off to a megacorp for a pretty decent turn of money. And then immediately went and moved into the war zone known as the Tracks. From there, he moved in with his sister and started doing more business ventures in the Tracks. He actually owned essentially a bodega. Now, most places in the Tracks get blown the fuck up because it's basically the combat zone. Not Uncle Lucan's shop, though. In fact, this is where he picked up the nickname Uncle Lucan, right? Uncle Lucan was a huge part of the community. He would go everywhere, and Uncle Lucan was the guy, right? He was the guy who would buy cars for people who needed it or co-sign on loans. Uncle Lucan could buy your groceries. He was at your graduation. He was a staple of the community, and he helped the Tracks grow quite a bit. However, there are a lot of rumors about certain indiscretions with Uncle Lucan. Nothing concrete, but a lot of people have come forward after being arrested, or, well, let's just say that people act a little bit strange when talking about Uncle Lucan and are a little bit anxious to say anything about Uncle Lucan. Basically, right now, Uncle Lucan left New Amsterdam for a while to do business in the Russo, in like the Russo coalition. Came back with some new ties that he's currently flexing with the River Rat. He also has always had ties with 0 Point, fairly significant ties. In fact, pretty much most gangs in some description have some kind of tie to Lucan. Not showgirls as a whole, or not showgirls, but like not vices as a whole, but just vices in general have a little bit of a link up. Most of the gangs of Zeeburg, the road wardens, they get vehicles from Lucan and his trade. He facilitates trade all over town, which is strange because he's basically an unknown quantity in the crime world, right? Keeps a very low profile for himself. Here's the really rough part. They believe that Uncle Lucan uses some pretty awful forms of manipulation, including a lot of abusive tactics. Currently, he appears to have Overdrive in his pocket, the Red Eye Gang in his pocket, and is currently working on rallying every small group of New Human, much anywhere in town. He is an extreme threat.
Lovely.
Anything else interesting in any of these other files?
There's dossiers on each of the Red Eye gang. Hasher is the second-hand man. He's known for an exceptional ability to plan. Red Eye himself has been borged to hell and back at this point, to the point where there is not enough intel to even tell how much technology is in him. Scud is an assassin who has replaced both of his hands with monofilament mantis blade hybrids.
That sounds familiar.
Vic is a massively borged out weapon of destruction who is armed with a chain gun shotgun and is in a military mech conversion.
With the shoulder rocket launcher?
Say what?
The shoulder rocket launcher?
I cut off his gun.
You cut his feed belt, which he probably has gotten repaired by this point.
I forget. I'm tired.
Yeah. Slacks is a demolitions expert. They have now fitted him with something that is known as the Whirlwind, Whirlwind deployment system, which is some sort of experimental flak system that's meant to be mounted on vehicles. Scald is a netrunner who now is permanently bound to a chair. Literally, his body's the chair. It is a throne of the greatest net running technology that New Human has ever been able to assemble, as far as they can tell, in any organized capacity.
He's the little weird thing from SpongeBob.
He's a
What
Dalek.
are they selling?
Dalek.
Oh, no.
What? What are they selling?
Think more the picture of Shodan, right? Just integrated. And then Verve is what is currently...
Gross.
Verve is described as a area of effect and demoralization focused ground unit now, who is specializing in flame and aerosol-based, incendiary and aerosol-based munitions.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, this looks like a lot of people that hate us and want to get us killed.
There is one more thing in Lucan's file I should probably mention.
Uh-oh.
And it's also in Deltric's file.
Shit.
Lucan is incredibly possessive of Deltric. Like, to the point where it is like an obsession, right? He will most likely stop at nothing to have Deltric.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
He's the creepy uncle.
Just a little weird.
Uncle Lucan is Uncle Touchy.
Jesus, James. I didn't need to see that. Probably it's at, after all of this, probably shuts it down for now. Okay. So where do we go from here? Kind of, the cred shit is, in our hands,
Well,
probably flipping it over.
we have 100,000 heads.
Yeah, we need to divide that up.
Okay, so first things first. We pay the people who we owe. We currently owe Ingvar 800. We owe me 2,000 back for the 2,000 I spent. Here, I got a calculator. 100,000?
Mm-hmm.
Minus the 800, minus the 2,000, and then minus the other 100 I owe the guy to shut the fuck up, leaves us with 97,100. The question is, how much of that are we needing to actually set up a base?
We can do on that stuff next session, because I haven't fully considered All I planned was the combats and the revelating information that you guys currently have.
Okay. I'm putting this
'Cause
in
I've
my
dropped a
notes.
lot on you guys.
uh,
I've
I'm-
dropped a lot of really big implications for 3 very separate topics on you.
Yeah, you know, just a little bit of information.
Yeah, you guys basically just got like, hey, this is the dark web. Richter also probably says, hey, I've got the question.
yeah.
Why was all of that on Billy Maltrese's childhood computer?
Easy explanation, because it wasn't just his childhood computer. That was his daily driver. In some ways, it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Something
why did he have
completely
information?
disconnected from the net. Go ahead.
Why does he have information on someone like Deltrick?
No, that was from the corpos.
Oh shit, derp. No, my bad.
You're good, you're good.
I'm so little like.
No, and I was thinking we should probably wrap up here soon.
Please.
But Spate, real quick, you go to check on Deltrick, right?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, I'm gonna let a few minutes pass and then go knock on the door. It's like, hey, you all right in there? You good?
Doesn't respond.
Oh,
Yeah, he did.
Fucker. Open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door. Sorry, I
So
can't.
say,
I'm not
I
done.
don't think it has a lock. I'm gonna like slowly open it and be like, hey, you good? Do that whole little checkup like you do on your drunk friend that passes out on the bathroom floor.
Yeah, and he's just sitting on like the edge of your toilet, lids down and everything. And he's just kind of staring forward.
Would have been awkward if he was doing something else on that toilet. Just sitting there pooping. You walk in. Hey, you. Oh shit.
Literally. Hey, need some sleep? You good?
kind of shifts his mouth a little bit. What does it say?
Actually, most of it was pretty good. Saying you're a pretty good person, as we all already know, because you've been pretty good to the rest of us. So, not much of a shocker to us.
Aww.
He's like, want to hear what it says from Lucky.
Cause Lucky don't bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Lucky would be like, it
Actually,
called you a
no.
fucking
You know what he would say? He would say,
I want to hear from
he'd
Doug.
probably say, because he's made the friendship with Dove from the
Yeah.
very beginning.
Yeah.
He'd probably say, want to hear what it says from Dove.
Well, you kind of have to go out there and talk to him.
You're gonna have to go out there and be a little so.
Kind of
You're gonna have to go
Like-
out there and stop being a bitch.
has like a big gulp. Says, can you have him come here?
This man is a
I mean, we could try that, but I mean, I think it would be best if you just go out there and talk to him in front of everybody, show that you're not afraid of anything.
Oh, careful.
Yeah, and at that, he just kind of like stares straight forward.
Fine, I'll send him in then. Be a butthead. I say that under my breath as I walk away.
Yeah.
Everybody partying in the bathroom.
Oh,
I'm
no.
on my way. Let's go.
Hmm.
So I come out and I'm like, well, he's just kind of staring at the wall, but he wanted to know what the file said about him. I told him it was all pretty good, but he wants to hear it from you, Dove.
Huh?
He
Shit.
wants you to go in there and talk to him.
Oh, look, you've made a friend.
Well, shit.
Dove's
Yeah.
probably like maybe taken off, like arm still wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
Put it next to sleeping hacker hang with a fucking sticky note on it that says, "Defrag it, please."
Yeah,
Little
he's
heart.
like he's holding the arm at this point now.
Go to the bathroom. Reach out. Oh, that's the stump.
Yeah.
Well, it goes like he's motioning to reach out for. He's like, "Oh yeah, I don't have any arm there." Opens the door. He's like, "What's up, Deltrick? Need a hand?" That makes two of us. Haha.
For fuck's sake.
Wow.
And like he kind of cracks a small smile at that. Kind of looks at the door. Kind of nods his head.
Yeah, I step in, close the door.
Goes. So, got an idea about what it says from Spate. Kind of looks at you, just almost like he just doesn't even want to say the words.
I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. There's a lot of hard shit in there. But I think you already knew that. But, file about you specifically, it's some of the least hard shit for what it's worth.
And his
You got
fist,
out you got out of there before they'd let you become something like that.
and his like fist just fucking like tightens, and he just like fucking, he's like punches his leg just out of nowhere, like punches his leg super fucking hard, like 3 times, and it's just like, fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, Dove keeps quiet and doesn't really seem to bother him. He's seen people have reactions like this before.
And he like looks up. He's like, I started working so I didn't have to ever do this shit again. I didn't talk to her. I didn't go to her fucking funeral. And he kind of like leans back, like he's just trying to figure out what to say at this point.
Yeah, Dove kind of nods and understanding at that and kind of glances over at his own stump where his shoulder would be. Takes a deep breath and he's like, yeah, a lot of us do. I ain't gonna press and I'm not gonna make you tell me anything you don't wanna, because I know that ain't gonna help, but you do want to talk, or you just want some confirmation that you ain't an asshole like that. There are people here who are gonna make sure that all that shit from those fucking files is just gonna be ghosts to you. There's quite a
And
few people out there.
he stands up, kind of slowly walks towards you, and he like just like gives you a hug, but like it's one of those hugs where his back is like up straight, like, you know, like, and like maybe he's squeezing a little too tight and like kind of shaking. And he's just like, I can't keep running from ghosts. We need to kill these ghosts.
Yeah, Dove hugs him back. Probably gives a little bit of a grunt at the hug, but he's like, yeah, ain't gonna do it alone either. There's a crew out there waiting for you, you know? Ain't nobody thinking anything less of you.
Yeah.
Listen.
Delta kinda... Oh, go ahead.
Out there, you got a street doc, a nomad, girl. I don't even think she knows who she is anymore. A whore, and a guy so coked up he's asleep on the couch.
Is
I think we're gonna.
Lucky
When you
the
put
whore?
it that way.
No, Lucky's because he's seen her adopt so many different voices and personalities and
Scene.
I was
behaviors.
joking. I was
You
joking.
didn't even mention scene.
But
That's I said the nomad.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I missed that one. Sorry.
Yeah, it was me he didn't mention.
Fuck. We even got a corpo out there. Do you think I really like that? I still put up with his ass and his scary lady asses. Because we're, demon
lady ass.
shit like that.
Let's go. Ian steps back and kind of maybe rests himself on the sink. And like, this is a cheap ass sink, so maybe like it busts under his fucking weight because he's got like full ass servos and like chestware and everything. Fucking busts and he falls down, busts his ass. Everyone in the other room just hears a loud fucking noise.
I
And then-
simply look over to Dove's robot arm like, huh.
Maybe he should have had that.
Yeah. And then you hear Dove, maybe you see it, and like Deltrick just kind of looks up at you and just like, oh, god damn it. Oh,
Fuck, come on, man. You're
fuck.
gonna waste the whole 100,000 before we even get to use it. He says, offering him his hand.
He fucking takes your hand and he pulls himself up, kind of wipes his face a little bit, has a bit of a grin, and then thinks for a second. It doesn't sour, but it goes back to neutral and takes a deep breath. And yeah, let's go out there. And
And he, stops him just before he goes. He's like, if anybody asks, you didn't break the sink. I tried to sit on it to talk to you, man, mano y mano, and let's just say I got too much cake.
he cracks another smile at that and goes, ah, fuck. Fix it later anyway. Not the first time I'll probably be cleaning up after your mistakes. And kind of like,
He goes to open the door. He's like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
Why do I have to make friends? Ugh.
Yeah, and yeah, maybe as Deltrick's walking out, he's like, so yeah, Dove broke the sink, and then like we just cut there, right? All right. It is 1 o'clock. This is an hour later than we usually go, so let's get some sign-offs, y'all. Oh yeah, sorry. I should probably call out who needs to sign out. Let's start with the man of the hour, Dove.
Hi ho, friendolos. My name is James, otherwise known as Nightheart. Got me here today playing Dove, who got to be a friendly boy and convince people that no, he didn't break it with his giant robot hands. I did it with my dump truck ass.
Hell yeah.
Fortunately, don't think I'll be around for this campaign anymore because next week I'm going to be going to Scotland on this day, and it's a 6-hour time difference. And I love you, Mike, but I'm not staying up to 7 in the morning
That's
on
fair.
my one day off.
That is fair.
But you could, though.
You really think this campaign's not gonna be rolling by the time you get back?
Shit, I hope it is. Then Dove can come back severely under-leveled.
We'll keep track for you.
Yeah, you can also find me here on Sundays, where this will be our last week. We're going to take at least a week off, maybe 2 from Yakshas, but you can go and see us there, the Yakshas, where they're still fighting them, they're scary terrorists. Hopefully we'll get that wrapped up. It's a good stopping place once we get this arc of the anime out of the way. Probably won't be around too much. I'll try and see if I can squeeze in some time if Jesta needs for Fire Strike, but again, time differences, be it like 2 in the morning. And I think that's it for me. So yeah, I'm gonna let this can go down the trail that is the street line
All
place thing.
let's go to, in no particular order, scene.
Gosh, no. Hi, I'm Steen. I'm sick today. It's great. Um, but we're doing good. We're doing good. You can catch me here this Sunday for the wonderful Yakshas. And sorry, Mondays in the Fire Strike and Wednesdays in Hinge to Minge, where I get a there are some crashes you just can't prevent, Acer.
Hmm.
And yeah.
All right, excellent. Let's move on to.
I'm the Computer King, the supervillain of streaming. Oh, soon to be the supervillain of sleeping once this is over with.
Hell yeah.
Because I've got an early appointment.
Mhm.
When I'm not playing this game on Wednesdays, I run from hench to mensch. This week we took off for the hashtag a day off Twitch because some people are assholes and say, hey, fans of my stream, go raid this person of color, this minority, this LGBT's stream and give them all the hate. And that's just shitty. And Twitch should do something about that.
Mhm.
But next week should be the finale of season 2. After which, we'll see what happens. Uh, also, I'm in Fire Strike on Monday and Yakshas on Sunday. And I think that's everything I'm in. Yeah. So, I'll see you guys later, Rents. Don't forget to live evil.
Hell yeah. All right. Next, let's go to Scat.
Okay. I'm Scott. I don't know. I got more in depth with Spate today, which is kind of cool.
Mhm.
I don't know. I did more. It's kind of cool. Okay. It was fun. Broke my sink.
Aw, Deltric will fix it.
Yeah. All right. What else am I in? Okay. So, let's start Monday. We got Fire Strike where I play Xander, who does research to save the multiverse. And then we got a completely opposite of Knight, who just doesn't care and just has fun and provides snacks for everybody.
Best character, providing snacks for everyone.
Yep.
Yep. And I think that's it.
All
Yeah.
right. Excellent. And that leads us to. Did I skip anyone at this moment other than Gunner? Okay, we're good. Gunner, it is your go.
Oh, what protean forms swim up from
Oh,
men's minds and melt in hot Promethean plunder, scorching eyes with divine shames and horror.
I want to go
and
to bed.
casting them down to Davy Jones.
Still
Yeah, why am I
have a
not doing that?
post-credit scene I gotta do,
Oh,
Gunner.
Jesus Christ, Mike. Oh, by the way, James, the other option is we're not all going to be over-leveled because by the time you get back, he'll have killed our characters 2 or 3 times. And so we have to keep resetting. So that's me.
No, I think
like
our new characters
me.
start at the same time, so it's just going to be a progressively more badass meat grinder.
Mm-hmm.
So, that being said, hi guys. That's me.
Hi.
Go.
That's your whole thing?
Go. Attire, go.
So, post-credit scene. I'm sorry. So, we get a zoom in, right? It's a familiar warehouse, one that we zoom into from the tracks. We see another familiar face. We see the scrawny man, small man, known as Uncle Lucan. Goes up and says, one guy has he's got legs on now, but he's the same guy who was underwater. The other one is, of course, Hasher, right? Hasher says, yeah, we made contact. It was them, just like we thought. Oh, Zen. All right. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. And you. Should I ID anybody? And the one with the blades for arms opens his mouth, and just the sound of just grinding metal and fucking code comes out of his mouth. It's sounds like scrambled, garbled radio chatter.
Modem mouth.
Exactly, right? Yes. Really? You saw him. Good to know. Good to know again. And it's at this point, we've only gotten close shots of Lucan's face. We zoom out, and we see that there's a man in a chair behind him, right? He says, well, I was mad that you were interrupting my business, but at this point, now, honestly, I never really liked the way the Red Eye Gang did things, so I figure that I'll just, teach you a little something real quick. Walks over to the guy and goes, hey, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? He goes, I could be a little bit better right now, Lucan. He goes, I know you could. So, I was gonna sit you down in this chair, rough you up a little bit, scare you. Then you go home, shit your pants, hug your wife, find my money, you'll get it back. But, I didn't get something today. Something that I wanted. And I have a very hardline rule. Only once per day do I get something or do I not get something that I want. Because it's unrealistic. It is unrealistic. Right? Right? And kind of looks at both the other guys and they're just standing there. He's like, unrealistic to believe you're going to get everything you want. That's not how this world works. But to not get two things that you want? No. That is for people who don't know how to work this system. So, what did I give you that money for again? He goes, Lucan, please, God, please, no. Yeah, that's right. Something, get me off dialysis, something. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I just can't, and then just immediately stabs him in the stomach, and he goes, kidneys. That's right. Kidneys. And the guy's just goes pale, and it's just he's like, kidneys. Fucking kidneys. He looks down. Oh, man. I think I just hurt my investment. Hey, can you... No, actually you can stay there. No, it looks like I did nick the kidney. You're a depreciating value. You know that? And just stabs him again. And then it's just I don't fuck with depreciating values. And flips his chair down. And now the guy's on his back. He's just I don't fuck with people who don't pay me back. With not getting what I want 2 times! And just we pull out as Lucan is about to just slam on this guy's neck. And we get credits. And hello everybody. My name is Mike, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free. I make very bad, awful, horrible scenes to watch because they're very uncomfortable and they sometimes go too far. I hope that one was just right. But no. So you can catch me on Sundays where I'm in Yakshas as Frank. Sadly, we won't be having Yakshas this Sunday or the next Sunday, but I'm very excited. Next Sunday we will? Okay, I'm super fucking hyped for that.
We're going to have it this Sunday, not next Sunday.
This Sunday, not next Sunday. Okay, awesome. I'm super hyped. Get to play Frank again. Frank also has some issues, but Frank has some more human issues. More human issues than Uncle Lucan. As for Mondays, I am in Fire Shrike as ex-Paralictor Burn Ward, the Knight of Patella.
A cop.
who is also brutal, but not in a super visceral way, more like a cool gore doom way, not like a stepping on a downed man's neck way, you know? And then, yeah, that's me. If you're currently watching us on Twitch, thank you so much. I very much appreciate it. But you could also be watching us on YouTube again and again and again and again and again at youtube.com/Paradise Theater. If you are currently watching on YouTube, we love you. Thank you so much. However, what are you doing, you silly goose? You could be watching this live at twitch.tv/pair_o_dice_theater. _theater. There we go. Yes. And if you are a big fan of the hot, fast, and sexy world of scheduling, you are a community member who likes being interacted with, and you like
hot beebs.
You can catch us at Twitter at Pair Theater. My name is Mike, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free. And from all of us here at Paradise Theater, can we get an RIP that debtor?
R.I.P. that debtor. Getting sick.